Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel, BUN. Hope everyone is doing great. So, for the past week and a half, it's been a devastating time for our family. My husband lost his mom, and so, she was sick for a little bit. And she passed away a week and a half ago. And obviously we were devastated. It's one thing somebody being sick, it's another thing someone passing away. That was not the result, that we were hoping for. And to say we're devastated is we're so saddened, but we're, as Christians, we try to look to God to see, for answers. We try to look to God for that peace that passes all human understanding, and that we trust that He knows best. And but in the midst of all of that going on, I started to think, I've lost my father, and that was devastating in itself as well. But as I was sitting here, and I lost my cousin, my grandparents, I've lost close loved ones. But as I was sitting here, I started to think, how do people cope with grief? I think losing my dad was obviously unimaginable. As a child, you look up to your parents. My dad was, a great father, and so I loved him dearly. And so losing him was devastating. And it took me, he passed away in 2012, and I still struggle with that, what I'm saying? I still miss my dad. I find myself sometimes breaking down, just thinking about him, or, a reminder of my happy childhood, those things, So I don't think that, for me, I feel like I'm still grieving that loss, because he was a great father. He, the woman that I am today is partly because of him. And so, as I was sitting here, I was thinking, how do you deal with grief, losing someone, or grief of a traumatic experience that you've been through? How do you deal? What tools are out there that people have utilized, I should say? I don't think that anything can make it better, but I think that we adjust to the situation, because, one minute, my mother-in-law was here, it was Christmas, we were having fun, New Year's, we're excited, it's another year, and then, life changed, in that second, life changed. And so, for me right now, is staying strong for my husband, staying strong for my sister-in-law, and the rest of the family, and so my question out there is, how does one deal with grief? What do you do to deal with a grief or a loss, a grief of a tragedy, something that was so devastating to you? How do you navigate through that, So I want to use my platform to encourage one another. That's what Be Your Win. You being your win. Fight for yourself. I'm saying? Encourage, encourage yourself, be your winner. But my question is, what tools, what tools are out there to navigate through something so devastating? I think that one of the other thing that I've been doing is like just making sure I check on my husband, because the guys, they're like, you ask them, how are you? They're like, oh, I'm good, you know what I'm saying? But like, no, like really, babe, like, how are you? How are you feeling? Like checking in with him, like making him realize that I'm here for you. But also, you can always talk about your emotions, because, we live in a society where men have to be macho and they can't, like, no, like, I need you to process what you're going through. It's okay for you to cry, and it's not going to be just 1 day, 2 day, 3 days, you know what I'm saying? Their mom was everything to them, they were super close. So this is definitely one of the biggest loss ever. I'm sure my husband can testify to that for himself, and definitely his sister, So it's just checking in and then keeping the family together, because my mother-in-law was all about family. And so with that, and and I think that that's been helping, having a support system where we all check in. We're checking on our sister-in-law, my sister-in-law, like making sure she's okay. We all live in the same house right now while I'm in Sierra Leone. So we, my husband always check on his sister, and I make sure I check on her. And she also have other support system, but we'll make it a point, to say, hey, we're here. Like, it's okay, I think that those are the great tools. But I want this to be interactive, so I want you to, go on the comment and, share what helps you to navigate through a loss or anything devastating, through grief. Also, this will be part 1. I think that we can kind of go through it. If you guys also have questions, you can also put it on the comment section, and I will try to answer as much as I can. But if you're going through grief, if you lost someone near and dear to you, a family, a friend, I want you to stay encouraged. I want you to, if you're Christian, just continue to trust in God, have faith, and know that your loved ones, they're in a better place. They're in Heavenly Father's arms. Just stay encouraged, and if you have to cry, let it out. I feel like that's a release. I think crying also is therapeutic, to be honest. To release that pain, that anger. Because yes, there could also be anger and grief, because you like, we're only human. Say, God, why did this happen? But I hope that we all just stay encouraged and check on one another, call your loved ones, be encouraged. Okay, all right, I will continue to let's make this a 2 or 3 part series. So be blessed, and I'll see you when I see you. All right, thank you.